What is poppin', people? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. We've got 5'11 versus 6 foot, the mat size diff, and we're back with Adventure versus Royal Knights, but it's your favorite least readable mat of all time. Enjoy. We're going to have the Veemon in the front because we got the memory to play with since we opened up with Purge, which is obviously not ideal. And we're going to end on the Jewel Tamer. I say the Jewel Tamer, like that narrows it down. The Mimi Joe, and this time Tyon is Lonesome. Actually, is kind of caught back up into the... Whoa! Goodbye, the Last Guardian. Yeah, it can pick up the Last Guardian. It's Royal Knight tagged. It's not 2 Digimon cards, so it can pick up 2. And then trash the rest. And then we're going to play Last Guardian to get the pickup. So managed to get a Dynus, which is a body that's going to get to go underneath. And we're going to get the Last Guardian. I mean, that's all of them seen. Or, yeah, no, not quite all of them seen. Gonna see the Veemon come down for reduced cost. And are we gonna see the Evo? It feels like we need the Matt Ishida, like, we need the Ishida bros. Or I guess the not the Ishida bros, thanks to the divorce. 1, 2, 3, 3 names under. And this is definitely a really slow start from Adventure. I feel like now you're actually going to start getting punished. We're going to swing, hit security. That's another tie, Kamiya. This is week 1, so not everyone has all of their ties yet. So that's why you're seeing those backwards cards as the secret rare tie. We would rather actually get some BT21 testing done. We were expecting there to be a Birmingham regional, but our hopes and dreams of that have been dashed into 300 million pieces. Down comes the Omnimon. Omnimon gonna bot deck the Veemon, and then we're gonna raid Pierce through without suspending, and then it's gonna be that 16k check over the Melga, and we have 2 Last Guardians. Get to spin the tie in order to get the Gabu out, and we are gonna full climb into the Zudo, bounce it to hand, which is gonna be overflow 5. Okay, and then finally we get to see Matt TK, Bond of Brothers. The only thing I don't like is we don't have the black option, so that is going to be the Alphamon that you return to hand coming back. Going to swing for the 1, going to gain the 3, and then we're going to play Purge for 6, gain back 3, and load up Jesmon GX. We do have the Omnimon in there. And do you just end on a cool boy? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8... 9, 10, 11, 12. So yeah, we're just going to cool boy for now, and then we're going to go to 3, and then swing at... Well, we're going to hit security, and then we're going to be going to 3. So, yeah, you do have to push up. Going to gain 2. Spend the boost. Find the Bergermon. Going to get the draw, and then I'm going to get the Garudamon for 0. Going to evolve into Melga. Melga, once again, going to bot deck. So that's going to be overflow 5 once again. This time actually getting rid of it. But now we get to float into the Omeka. Obviously, you know, it's plenty of security, so nothing to worry about. You can suspend 3 Tamers to drop the cost down by 3. Are we looking to swing and suspend? Yes, swing and suspend. And when attacking, play the Veemon check. And we're going to take the Greymon, makes sense. I'm going to take the block here, and it does go under Yggdrasil. And then we're going to go evolve into the Bergermon, and then into the Mega Kabu Terriermon from there. Reactive the Melga. Alliance 3 checks. Cool boy. Jesmon Leopard. Out comes Omekamon. Still no Omni X though, because we're on 2 security. So you guys played around that, and then we're going to suspend. And then we're going to stun the Greymon. That's cute. Last Guardian, though, does mean that we do get some value. Oh, yeah, it was a Purge. It was a Purge, not a Last Guardian. I thought he had 2 instances of protection, but obviously he burned one at start of main. Oh, that's well played. That's well played by Seb. I like that. I think that's cute. Unfortunately, yeah, unless he overthinks this, like, you just purge out anything, right? Boss man, why are you thinking so hard? Just that does work. For 6, so that puts to 5. And then gain back 2 off the cool boy. And then bot deck, which is overflow 3. And then this is a rush body. So we have overcomplicated this so much. Right, slam the crimson mode, and then you can swing in with the post-turn rush.
Matrix Digivolution.
What's poppin', tamers? We're back with Player Ammo once again. A bunch of people ask me why I drink Player Ammo, and it's because they sponsor me. Duh. Jokes aside, I actually was drinking Player Ammo before all of that, because I actually don't have much of a sweet tooth, and I find a lot of energy drinks to be too sweet, especially a lot of the powder brands. But the no sugar approach for Player Ammo and their focus on more tart, like sour flavors, really suits my palate. The fruit punch is really just fruity and packs a nice kick. The blue raspberry is really, really nice as well, nice and sour, kind of like when you get those slushies. If you want something a little bit on the sweeter side, there's the strawberry lemonade, which is more strawberry than it is lemonade. And they do have the lemon flavors as well. And I can tell you for a fact that the new black cherry flavor goes foolish. Yeah, the way I mix mine is by getting the dry powder in and then getting a little bit of water in and just mixing it around to try and make a slurry. Then I add up to half the bottle and shake it a baby. Whilst we are getting shuffled up and ready for Game 2, I want to say a big old thank you to everyone that has been supporting the channel. We got a whole host of members, nearly up to the big 5-0. At the top, we got the Mega Justice Josh, an Ultimate here on YouTube, a Tier 3 on Twitch. Then for Ultimate, Steve, me and T, to make sure it's on State 3 Strike called Brad and King of Knights. Our champion, Shikari, Coffee Deus, DHM, Solo Ouroboros, Andy Fink, Squid Eater, Benji Gibbert, Thomas Yates, Kenneth Smith, the Mata FGC, Donkey, Ulforce, Magnet, and Kava. And then for our rookies, Greatness Bean, Balfeed, Bonsai Beard, Turtle Sauron, Samuel Lawson, Marcio, and Mr. Wiccan. Security set, Digital Gate open, and mapped unreadable. Looks like we're going to be having the tree grow upside down and give us a 2-cost Magna, which is answered with a boost. Is going to pick up the boost. I'm going to have to learn the actual name of that card for like a store regional. On my channel, I get away with anything, but you know, on that Bandai show reel, I'm going to be saying the full government name of the Bonds of Friendship. Oh, there comes Ty to pass the turn. We crack 1 boost to not suspend a million memory. And the Jessamon token being a Yu-Gi-Oh card is very funny. I do love that people get to actually kind of like have a little bit more personality with the tokens that they have. Is one of the benefits of, you know, having such easy access to tokens. Gonna load up the Lord Knight as we do choke over to 1, go to 3, and then we're still just slamming that adventure boost. Gonna crack and replace with a tamer. So he's keeping them on that revolving door. 1-cost Jessamon, reach into the box of goodies. And what token are you bringing out? Oh my goodness gracious me. Bossman, there's no way. Oh, you even have Jessamon Sleep. Why didn't you just use the Jessamon Sleep as the Jessamon token? We're gonna just open pass here whilst he looks for an actual token. Ethical time wasting, where you pass turns so you can waste time whilst your opponent takes game actions. Looks like we're gonna get the double hit. Alright. Despite all that searching, we have not found a more appropriate token than backwards card. You hate to see it. I mean, this is 2 damage on board. I was gonna say there's no harm. Play, and then we get the Jessamon out. And then Jessamon play another token. And then DNA. Yeah, you can't DNA because it's the Yggdrasil still alive. You can blast. Yeah, so that's gonna die because they are 6k bodies. The second one goes, but the third one can't swing. And then we're just gonna drop the option card, but it's the first option, so we end up choking to 1. Active go to 3. So I mean, I respect the commitment to trying to 1-choke every turn. We have found another Yu-Gi-Oh card. There we go. We have more Yu-Gi-Oh cards. That's what I like to see. And we're going to bounce the Jessamon to get rid of it. Unfortunately, you still left the red-black source, so you still have to deal with potential Ganku, and now you don't. Bot decks the Ganku. Swing at security, play out the Veemon. Veemon 1, 2, 3. And you get the single pickup, tie, and then it's going to be the Alliance. 2 checks. Ooh, double Omeka, you love to see that. Ooh, that medieval Gallantmon in hand is looking kinda crusty. You need this board answered. Just 2 sideways tokens, that's easy suspension. The boys are already sideways. Looks like we're going to bot deck the tie to replace it with Mimi Joe and then suspend all 3. We're going to get a 1-cost Bergermon into Mega Terriermon, unsuspends the Melga, but we can't attack, so we're not going to get any extra checks here, which means unfortunately we're still kind of in medieval Gallantmon range. Be honest, Swingy is trolling. Swingy is trolling. Like, you know that medieval Gallantmon is the correct answer. It doesn't even matter how much it costs. Oh no, the black option is there. This might be... We might have just witnessed a colossal amount of trolling. Garudamon gonna give a power? Oh, and it does it based on DP, right? So we're gonna try and Vortex in. And then counter timing, Labal. Yep, that'll do it. That'll do it. Open passing would have costed less and probably given you a better board state. So, well played there from Seb from making sure that he had a gimmick for it. Goodbye, token. Surely this is some sort of lethal. In comes Alliance 2 checks. We are big enough. And then, when attacking, nothing in trash to play out. So is this just going to be the... Are you just going to try and swing 1? He's thinking about it. The full 3 memory to play with does make it pretty easy. Gonna go Terriermon now. We're gonna go in with the Alliance. Does get the last Guardian, and then we are just gonna swing the last. So a 3rd game is upon us. And with the 3rd game, I'm gonna attempt to say a big old thank you to all of our Digi-Eggs. We've got Ashley Wack, the newest to the Digi-AT. Paolo Eduardo Duque de Cavallo. Then we have Solander Sen, Silver the Traveler, Jack does not exist, just want to learn, Brian Santa, Infected Griffin, Rodney Bell, Onyx Arlen, Walter Caceres, Sato, Crown Clown, Feeling Hollow, Give Me That Gaming, Grey, Jamming Nose, Christian Royal, and Jambo TCG. If I missed anyone, I once again apologize. It is YouTube griefing me as I try and scroll through all the members. All of your support goes a long way. Nearly up to the 50 memberinos. You can get it for as little as £1 a month. Helps out a lot. Get ad-free content. You get to miss all the things I put in the sponsor one. Looks like once again we're going to open no rookie here as you go into game 3. And this can be 2-cost Magna. It's a weird one because he's past him 3. The 2-cost Magna doesn't feel as amazing. So Alphamon to do nothing actually isn't terrible. Just has to open pass. Yeah, that's why I'm not as huge a fan of that. I think I might have preferred to see one of like the level 6s dropped. Gonna get to keep turn as a result as we go Palmon, then crack the boost, play the Mimi Joe. And now we're just gonna drop Omegamon. Yeah, Omeka for 4. This is a... Oh boy. Omni spread. Now if you're the adventure player, you really want to punish this. I'm gonna pass over 3 as we are gonna make the Matt TK and the boost. I'm gonna swing in the Omeka, hits a rookie, so that's gonna be an extra chip you get to do next turn. It's gonna be a bit expensive to make the Jesmon, but it does represent 2 damage, and he's not playing on boards, so you might as well. But it looks like we're gonna go for the Alphamon to try and slow the chip down. That's a good way of messing with the damage clock. Start of main. We do have a guy, so we are going to gain the memory. Speaking of, crack the boost, bounce the alpha. not sure why we lost. Oh, yeah, so we passed over and he immediately just got the security. We are going to drop the Jessamon. Jessamon drop the token, and we do get to kill the Zudo. We're going to add back. So not going to be cracking the black option just yet. Does kind of get punished, I'm not going to lie. Damage clockwise, you're looking pretty good because this Omeka's lived again. Oh my gosh, he actually is in giga danger of dying. Like, unironically, I think you drop Jessamon here. You just take... I don't think you play the Gala. I think you unironically drop Jessamon, and that's 3 bodies he has to try and contend with next turn. 4 on his turn, but instead just going to drop the Gallantmon. Obviously, he doesn't get to rush blitz or anything like that. Are going to try and play the game, so we gain 2 at the start of main. Colors reduction into the Zudo, bounce back the Gallant. And then we're going to go into the Melga. Swing, tie, gonna suspend to get the draw. Play out the Kabu, and then Alliance 2 checks. 1, 2, double cool boy. Well, you better kill him. Oh, trying to do the reduction, but I think you got to bot deck the tie, right? Yeah. I'm going to bot deck the tie to get the Bergermon out, and then there's going to be the Lilymon. Clears the token, so that takes the damage off the board, and now you have a level 5 that is something to threaten, and we're going to play the Kabu Terriermon to choke to 1. I don't hate it. I think it's good. I think an Omnimon... Well, you could play Omnimon for the removal. You're going to get the memory back, but I'd be concerned about... Obviously, there's 2 black options there, so you're kind of expecting whatever you do does kind of get ShamWowed. Yeah, this actually now puts him in a weird situation where he can't really clear the way he wants to. I still think the Omnimon X is kind of the vibe. Next up, we're going to go for 1... Is it 1 cost? Passes 3, and then suspend both cool boys, draw, and this does choke to 1 now that we don't have the memory sediment and tie. Oh dear. Scapegoats into the Kabu Terriermon. But we do get to keep turn. And yeah, Medieval Gallantmon makes a lot of sense. Suspend both of those. Pass over 7. Puts them to 6. Attempt to pop. This time we'll succeed. Overflow, and then crack the black option. Suspend the Medieval. And unsuspend the Lilymon. And then chooses to keep the second one live. So we're not going to try and double float. Just going to do what he can to try and put the Medieval Gallantmon in a sticky situation. Another Melga. On Evo bot deck the Medieval, which means we can now freely play out a guy from trash. Contact Evo straight into Angelmon. Ooh, making the Wargrey, and now we're fully protected. So we got both the adventure guys going in as we're going to swing in for the 2 checks. I don't think he has it though, unless he's also on Omni X, or I don't know, Zwart or something crazy. Like, it'd be really funny to see what like Alter S, not Zwart. Yeah, Alter S would be so funny. Like he comes in, hits him for 2, and then just goes, "Oh, make Omnimon as the show intended." Gonna evolve into Garuda. Garuda give hella DP. The only thing, I mean, you still got 1 security, so you're still looking pretty good. And if he makes the Omnimon and the removal comes through, you're in trouble. And because the body didn't stick, the Omnimon's not bringing out that many guys. So even if he tried to blow up the big tree here, he'd be in trouble. So this is going to be 6, gain back 2, and draw. Attempt to swing without suspending, but first we got a bot deck a 5, well the 4, to try and thin the board so that way the black option won't go. We are going to punch through, which is going to overflow. Thank goodness that's once per turn, is piercing, and then don't slam a second Omnimon. I mean, you can't because you don't have the reduction. Don't have any reductions here, so this is going to be spend 4. 1, 2, 3. Is going to pick up the Alphamon, and then it brings it back to 1. So the only thing you have to respect now is a rush body, which Adventure historically can do. I mean, there's also just 3 things. We're going to play our guy and then turn into Metal Grey, Alliance that in for Giga Huge, swing the 2, swing the last, block, and swing the last for reals. So it's going to be Adventure taking it in this matchup. Not quite as clean as we saw from the previous game, but still getting to see different ways of how this matchup can be played. If you did like what you saw and you do want to see more, please make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. I'm going to try and get back to saying it midway through the video or early on. But if today's your birthday, then happy birthday. And as always, have yourselves a damn good one.